Hey everybody, Motorpoet 59 here. I was thinking about some of the accusations thrown at President Trump since his inauguration, since his campaign started actually, by the Democrats and by a lot of RINOs, a bunch of never Trumpers, that he's racist, he's a homophobe, he's a xenophobe. First of all, none of you actually know what any of those terms mean, or you wouldn't use them. It just proves your ignorance. But they're the terms you use, so they're the terms that I'll throw back at you. First of all, Donald Trump wasn't a politician before he ran for president. He ran for president because you forced him into it. You, the left, you forced him into this. Donald Trump had more in common with true American liberals than he had with conservatives. I've said that many times. He's a capitalist, and you wanted to take that away from him. You're still trying to take that away from him. He has spent his life making money. He wasn't a politician, he was a businessman. He didn't want to be the president. He just wanted to be rich, and he was. And he wanted to be powerful, and he was. He's not nearly as powerful today as he was as a businessman. He doesn't hold that kind of sway over just about everybody. He was a darling of the left. The Clintons, he was their, oh my gosh, he donated to the Clinton Foundation and to the Democratic team. He donated to Republicans too. Why? Because he's smart. He hedged his bets. He donates to people who are going to help him out when he was in business, as a businessman. And when he's no longer the president, I'm sure he'll do that again. He's not going to stop making money. He already knows how. The trouble with politicians, especially lifelong politicians, career politicians, is they don't know how to make money. They don't know how to work. They never had jobs. They don't know, and I'm not talking about idiots like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who is a bartender. Hey, nothing wrong with bartenders, don't get me wrong, but that's not an upwardly mobile profession, let's be honest. But these politicians, they don't know how to make money. The only way they know how to make money is by taking bribes, greasing palms. These people have between $100,000 and $200,000 a year salaries, and all this, and they go into these jobs worth virtually nothing, most of them, and within 10 or 12 years, if they don't get voted out, they're worth millions, tens of millions of dollars. Where all that money come from? Even if they were investing almost all of their income, it wouldn't add up to that kind of money making. It just doesn't work that way. But everybody knows that. Nobody does anything about it unless it's a conservative like Donald Trump. All of a sudden, he's doing all these things wrong. Did it with Dick Cheney. Was never a fan of Donald Trump. I thought the You're Fired show, The Apprentice, I thought that was one of the dumbest things. I watched one episode of it, and I thought, oh my God, another reality show. I was mad at Donald Trump all through the 80s and 90s because he ruined the USFL. We could have had year-round football, and USFL might have not allowed people to kneel. Who knows? But in any case, you hear Trump having these things leveled at him. Trump was a businessman. He was a successful businessman. And if I have to listen to one more idiot talk about how he had to file bankruptcy, Donald Trump never filed bankruptcy personally, ever. That did not happen. Donald Trump had a few of his companies, 5 or 6 of his companies, that did go bankrupt. Those companies had to file bankruptcy, and he was either involved in the ownership of them, or was the owner, or was an investor. 5 or 6 companies, I can't remember. I'm not going to look it up. You look it up if it bugs you. But Donald Trump, over the years, has been involved in the ownership of over 500 businesses. I would say that's a pretty good record. Warren Buffett's had businesses that went bankrupt as well, but Warren Buffett never filed bankruptcy. It's not uncommon for people in big business to be involved in companies that go bankrupt. It happens all the time. But my point of all this is Trump knew how to run a business. He knew how to make money, and he did that by hiring whoever could do the job best. And that was blacks. He had a lot of black people who worked for him, gays. He was one of the first people in big business to have openly gay people running his corporations and being on boards and big, high-profile jobs. A xenophobe? He did business all over the world. What are you talking about? It just proves that you really don't know what you're talking about if you're banning those words around. Just makes you look ignorant if you aren't ignorant. I mean, the old saying, it's better to keep your mouth shut and let people think you're a fool than open your mouth and prove it. So, God, I know you're not going to shut up. I know you liberals are incapable of rational thought or making reasonable decisions or actually studying something and researching it and make sure that you're on the right track before you shoot your mouth off or post something on a social media or on a website, whatever. I know that's not going to happen. But Donald Trump is a good president, is a great businessman. Not everybody owns their own 757. There's a go on YouTube and find the documentary they did on Donald Trump's plane prior to him being president. This was probably, it's got to be 6 or 8 years old, and not everybody has one of those. And you don't get one of those by being a bad businessman. You don't get one of those by being a racist and not hiring black people if they're capable of doing the job. You don't get that by refusing to hire people of any color, religion, gender, sexual orientation. You hire the people that get the job done. That's what you do. And you give them that opportunity. Hey, you know what? I'm sure he's fired some black people. I'm sure he's fired some gays. Probably because they weren't getting the job done that he wanted them to get done. And that's his prerogative as the boss. It's all crazy. It's all insane, the things the left throw out there. But I know they're going to continue to throw it out there because they don't care about the truth. They don't care if they look stupid, obviously. Maybe they think they do, but they obviously don't because they look stupid all the time. I don't know. What do you think? Are you tired of listening to that kind of stuff too? Or do you honestly think that President Trump is all or one of those things? Let me know in the comments below. Shoot me an email at motorpoet59@gmail.com. Click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content. And talk to you all later.